Hey everybody, P. Stoops here. Just giving you a heads up on today's episode. So, Wurtzy and I, after an hour and a half of recording, realized that we hadn't written the lyrics yet. So this is a bonus episode, because we definitely dive into some weird places that we wanted to share with you all. Next week's episode is the other half of this 3-hour recording extravaganza that we did. So, listen to this week's episode. It's good, weird, and funny. And next week, you'll be able to hear the lyrics that we talk about really having good intentions of writing on this episode. So, all right. Catch you next week for another episode where we actually write the lyrics. All right. See y'all. Hey, everybody. It's ASAP Raps. I'm P. Stoops.
And I'm Mayor Wirtz.
All right. And we're doing our second lyrics episode.
Oh, you better believe we are.
Writing the rhymes.
Writing the rhymes. And on time, hopefully. That's basically what the idea of the podcast is.
We did this last time.
Yes.
Theme song.
Plug in, hit play, get paid, let's go. ASAP Raps coming at you with the flows.
Mixing records, people, magazine,
And tweets, making solid gold raps with solid gold beats. Super fast raps coming at you like lemur mobs.
Damn sex robots doing
Great sex jobs, whispering in your ears.
because we're digital flirts.
ASAP Raps
P. Stoops.
and Mayor Wirtz.
All right, so we're back. This is episode 5, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, because we did the introduction. So.
Mighty 5. We're past the hump where people aren't sure if we're going to continue doing it or not.
Guess what?
We're
Still
here.
doing it. Still doing it. That's fine. Everything's good.
We're going to have a big 1-year party. That's my plan. Is
What
that
do you want to do for our 1-year party? Where do you want to hold it?
We're going to have a live podcast show.
Okay.
Except we're not going to do the podcast live because that's kind of ridiculous. I
Yeah.
think live podcasting, as we discussed the last episode,
Yeah.
is it's weird. Do you want to sit quietly and listen to some jokes that make you go, huh?
I mean, that's been my whole career, so it's actually not that bad. You get used to the silence.
That's a pretty clever bone mo.
I don't know. I feel like this could be a fun live thing to do. I don't know. I feel like we should consider that somewhere down the line. Why not? Write a rap, grab someone's tweet from the audience, and then write a verse, and then grab someone else's for a chorus, and then grab someone else for a second verse, maybe?
Yeah, and people could be like, I thought the show only took an hour 20. Why is it taking 2 hours?
Well,
Because there's a lot of dicking around that we cut out.
Exactly. The editing process is quite amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how have you been? how was Texas? I wanted to ask you this the entire time that we were setting up, but I was
I know. I saw you
it.
avoiding any questions.
Saving it. I want to know on mic.
Okay.
How was Texas? Big time Texas over
Big time
here.
Texas.
Recording his big time country rap album.
God, I only have one song that has acoustic guitar to it, so that's about as Texas is gonna get.
That's cool, man.
That's cool.
Country's gone electric.
I know, exactly. So Texas went really well. I stayed last week, according when this is recording, with my good buddy DJ Robo Rob and his wife, and we recorded the rest of the album. I already had 2 songs recorded, and we went down there and did some long days, some long hours recording and fixing my problems of recording. And as you know, as the editor of this podcast, I say things incorrectly. I slur words.
I don't know what you're talking about,
I
man.
do all kinds of bad things.
You are the man with
words.
the golden voice.
I have a golden voice, just that voice is choppy, and it's a problem sometimes.
It's pre-distilled gold.
Yeah.
It still has chunks of other ore in there.
Exactly. It's just it's an amalgamation of different kinds of metals. But it went well. I liked it. I thought it was a fun process. It is. I came home and I was tired. Because those are long days, but we got some good food down there. We got some great barbecue, some of the best brisket I've ever had, and some really good tacos too.
Yeah, I would believe it.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it is one half of the Tex-Mex equation.
Exactly. They had something that blew my mind, I guess. Not really blew my mind, but made me very happy. Is they put feta cheese on their tacos.
Ugh.
I love feta. I didn't realize that was like a thing down there, and it worked really well, even on a seafood dish, which I don't recommend ever putting cheese on seafood, but something in a taco form really worked out.
I've done cheese and seafood, like a shrimp taco with some cheddar.
Yeah.
I can get down on that. Just feta is so salty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I just don't like a real salty cheese.
Gotcha.
You know.
I normally I'm not a man of salt, personally, but I gotta say,
you would say you're not the salt of the earth.
Yeah. I gotta say the feta on the taco didn't assault my taste buds.
Okay.
So I feel like it was just enough to where it worked out. It was a good balance to it. But
so this album, how many tracks?
The album has 14 tracks.
14. How are you arranging them alphabetically? Chronologically as to when you wrote them, how long they are. Like, does it start with all the short songs and then gradually gets into your because there's got to be at least one or two 25-minute odysseys, right?
Well, yeah, there's just a bunch of weird parts where I'm just yelling.
Right.
Just a lot of screams.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are the longer tracks towards the end. It's so weird. Yeah, I definitely just name them my name over and over again. Just Mayor Wirtz for 14 tracks.
Cool.
I mean, who's not gonna love that aspect of my technically debut album for
maybe
Mayor
for
Wirtz.
this podcast, all the track titles, they're the same track title. This is, oh man, do you love Hoda? Oh yeah, which Hoda do you like? I like the Hoda one.
Yeah, the Hoda.
Yeah, it's really good.
I like the later Hoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I've been writing out the track listing. I know that it's something that other people are good at. I'm not super good at figuring out good track listing yet. I think I nailed it though. I'm trying to have some kind of a little bit of a backstory to it and a little bit of an ebb and flow aspect of things. Because I have happier, fun songs and I have sadder songs.
And you have a storyteller's heart.
And I have a storyteller's heart.
And a rap slinger's dick.
That's right. That's gonna be at my grave. Storyteller's heart, rap slinger's dick, or singer, whatever works, depending on how much that L is at the end of the day.
So how many skits are on this album? How many are we doing 30 skits? 35? What? How many?
Funny you should say that. 57 skits.
57 skits.
It's really
awesome.
good.
That's a good rap album.
And it's great because you have to buy the separate vinyl to get the skits.
Cool. Oh yeah.
But also every 10 of them are actually only on a separate cassette. So you have to buy, I would say, 3
this
vinyls.
Is more complicated math
3
than our
vinyls
way of
and
picking
2 cassettes to hear it all together, all the skits. They're all amazing. Think if Judd Apatow just did rap skits. Amazing. And then they fizzle off at the end.
So they all just talk about being middle-aged?
Yeah.
They're all skits just on... And they're lightly funny anecdotes
yeah,
about...
they're like a slice of life. You're like, huh.
So how much do you lean on Seth Rogen for these jokes to be good?
A lot. Because I do that laugh a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I used to get compared to Seth Rogen a lot.
Really?
I used to look more like Seth Rogen. So...
Oh, you used to have curly hair.
I used to have curly hair, and I definitely have a rounder face, and when I don't have a beard, I look like Seth Rogen.
I can see it a little bit, but
yeah, that was kind of an older thing. I aged, and then my head got longer. That was the problem. But what I'm saying is,
growing up, did you have the little chart on the wall where your parents would mark your height, but they would actually just mark your head height?
So they would just
were?
do you know how when you were a kid and you drew the turkey with your hand, the same thing, but they just did my face. On the wall.
Just copy. Yeah, all right,
cool. They just penciled my face on a wall. Let me tell you, the resale value of that house plummeted because there's a bunch of kid heads on the wall, and it didn't work at the least bit.
Cool.
So what I'm trying to say is that the album's gonna be great.
Yeah,
it's gonna be super long.
It sounds like it's gonna be about 100 tracks on at least 3 different mediums.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean exactly, and there's gonna be probably a short film behind it too. On top of that,
are you gonna do a formation video kind of thing?
Yeah, and you definitely have to watch it while you're playing it. It has to. I'm adding these RF chips or whatever, and into the vinyl. And there's going to be a smartphone app, so you have to scan the vinyl, you have to scan the cassette, and you have to press play on the YouTube video on your phone, so they all have to sync up at the same time. And if you don't get the sync right, it's not going to play. So you have to, it's all a timing game. Show me how much you appreciate me by timing up 3 different mediums.
That is too complicated to follow. My
You
brain
got
is
you
not
got
working
enough
out.
fingers. You just gotta hit them all at once. All at once.
So this is like the Flaming Lips record where you had to put all 4 of them on at the same time.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. See, I'm trying to go for that upper echelon
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle choice. So I want to make it more. It was an adventure for me to make the album, record the album, and whatnot, and go through the things to do the album. Why not also
Make everybody do all the other extra work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
I put in a lot of work. I need something in return. This is not a one-way street in my lifestyle.
Oh, I gotcha. Because that always works for me is when I ask the listener to do more work for my music.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm like, you know how easy it is for you to just click like on a post, and then how easy it is
And then forget about
to
it.
share. Oh man, people just they just share music all the time because
like one of my
so
favorite
easy.
things. Yeah.
It's so easy. And then
That and puppy videos is like my 2 favorite things.
oh yeah, and I always love how much people are just supporting local art online.
Yeah.
You know, just I love this new band I think it's called Dank Memes.
Yeah.
Local group from Cleveland.
Oh, they're
and
super good.
They're really good. It's interesting. They don't release any songs. It's all just political tirades.
Yeah, but also
in a
someone
one-picture form.
Someone has a Casio keyboard and they just put on the samba setting.
Yeah.
And it's dope to
Yeah.
see all those memes in action with the samba setting.
How
I
many
don't-
bands do you think there are called Dank Memes?
Sorry, I thought because it seemed like you were gonna hiccup there for a second. I thought you were gonna end the sentence with "How many bands do you think there are?"
Yeah, I had to look away for a second because I didn't want to burp directly into
How
the
many
mic.
bands?
How many bands?
Stoops, how many bands
do you think there are?
I would say at least 7.
Wait, is this a new segment?
Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
How many bands do you think there are?
I would say so. There's 50 states in
Okay.
the U.S.
Yeah.
and
Wait, and we the District of Columbia as
and
well.
the District of Columbia.
Let's
okay.
not forget that.
And Guam and Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
So I'm gonna say with 53 states and territories and
locations.
districts.
Wait, does Cuba count too? I can't remember. They don't count,
Cuba's
right?
not a part of the U.S.
I just want to make sure. I barely passed history, so.
They haven't gotten bands imported to them yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
They'll get music soon.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
So, thoughts and prayers. Yes.
I like
really
our
wish that I
audio
could do-
podcast, and we still do the prayer. We did it twice
We're doing prayer hands every time that we say thoughts and prayers.
for an audio-only entertainment podcast. That's
yeah,
fine.
because we're esoteric, smarmy assholes.
That's right. Because I'm a monster. It's you get used to it. Did you not hear my vinyl release strategy?
So I'm gonna guess that there's at least 26 bands, one for every 2 states.
Okay.
Maybe Utah and Idaho get none, but then
'Cause
California's
they
got
have
like
weird
2.
alcohol.
California's got
laws.
like 2 because there's Red Hot Chili Peppers from California.
Okay.
And then also
I'm glad you know where they're from. It
yeah.
makes you feel good at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's good. That's why they wrote so many songs about California, is because they're really proud of being the band representative of California.
If I ever wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night and I go, I need to know where Red Hot Chili Peppers is from,
Yeah.
it makes me feel good that I can just call you and you'll ignore my call.
Well, yeah, and then that's why Prince had so many songs about Minnesota.
Oh, okay,
just
yeah.
they're just Minnesota beret and
Minnesota beret.
and little red Minnesota. And party like it's Minnesota.
Oh my God.
It's just, yeah, they.
Okay.
So every band does that. They have that state pride kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, Will Smith is from Miami. We understand.
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
Miami.
Detroit.
Absolutely, yeah.
Would you call it Miami?
Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
I certainly
damn
can't
it.
be the first person to ever say that to you.
Oh my God. Okay, so then, then I think we have an outlier here. It's the Beach Boys, because they do that whole song about
Surfing the whole USA.
Yeah, they serve the whole USA, and they have that one where they just name other locations about vacations.
Oh, I wish they could all be California girls. Because as I said before,
Okay.
California had 2 bands.
Gotcha. Ooh, so it's just the Beach Boys
So
and
they
Red Hot
had
Chili
Beach
Peppers?
Boys and Red Hot Chili Peppers, but Beach Boys were also in 1967 given the presidential award of being the nation's band. So they
they
also
really?
so they also represent all of the U.S.
Okay, so we only have 2 bands then. Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
We have one band per every other state, plus one band that represents the whole U.S.
Okay.
It's sort of like senators and the president.
Okay.
Beach Boys are the president of music.
I just want to let that sit as hard as I can right now.
I will... joking aside, Pet Sounds is like one of the greatest records ever recorded.
Okay.
Brian Wilson is a fucking genius.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I knew that was happening.
If Jess is
away.
listening right now, which I did tell her that I'd give her a shout out on every podcast episode so that she could text me and let me know that she's listening to the episodes. So Jess, that is Pet Sounds mention number 1365.
Does she also roll her eyes like I'm doing?
She makes fun of me because there was definitely a hot period there where every time we hung out, I somehow managed to wedge Pet Sounds into the conversation.
The fact that she's still your friend after all of that makes her a rock. And I appreciate you more, and I'll never mention Pet Sounds around you because it's really, at the end of the day, it's an album, whatever.
It's really good. It's a really good album.
You ever see the Portlandia skit about the Pet Sounds? Oh my god, I'll just show you. Describing it's going to ruin it, but there is a Portlandia skit all about Pet Sounds.
All right, so listener, pause the podcast
Pause the podcast.
We're all just going to watch.
We're going to watch the YouTube video, the Portlandia Pet Sounds skit, which I didn't get at first. I didn't know what they were talking about until you probably talked about Pet Sounds.
Do they reference at some point animals making noise into microphones?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dewey Cox did that as well, and that is... part Beach Boys, part Zappa reference.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Man, Dewey Cox is so good.
It is a good movie.
So anyways, that was Texas.
Okay.
What's going on with you? What's new? How was your bricolage? You know how bad I would want to say that in person?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look, I don't have a lot of pride.
Okay, I bring up Pet Sounds and you do that.
Look, Ricola's great. They're going to be a new sponsor. I can already call it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's our first sponsor is Ricola. Yeah.
So Bricolage was the name of the theater event thing where they paired up 2 artists of different... I'm explaining for the listener. You're giving me a look like I'm bored and I already know this.
Oh, no. I think that was important. That's why I looked down.
Oh, okay. So they paired up 2 artists of different... what's the word I'm looking
mediums.
for? Yeah, mediums. Disciplines was the word I was looking for.
Disciplines.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call them mediums. Discipline sounds like you've been like running up a mountain for a while and trying and like punching vinyl. It's like getting ready for it. Is this in Kill Bill Volume 2, Stoops? Okay. Anyways, continue with this great idea because I'm looking at the piece. So.
Anyhow, yeah. So I got paired up with a woodworker.
Yeah.
Named Annie Clark, and we fucking killed it. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like it went really well. Like all joking aside, like it was an awesome pairing. Like I mean to be able to work with someone as skilled as her. Like I was actually like thinking to myself while we were working, like when you get paired up with somebody that you don't really know very well.
Yeah.
There's a certain point where it's like if they're skilled enough at their craft, it doesn't matter if they're really that easy to work with or not, because you can just trust them to take the lead on certain things.
Okay.
Or like, they'll know. I mean, I feel like knowing how good you are at something is partially knowing how bad you are at other stuff. And so like all that wood stuff, I was like, I don't fucking understand how putting wood together works. It's way harder and way more complicated than it would seem. And then wood, Kyle, wood.
No, I was laughing at just like I want the title of of this one.
I don't understand.
Just to be
wood. How does it work?
Putting wood together. I know it can't be the title, but I'm just thinking of other great titles.
Is this like our magnets? How does it work? Wood. How does that happen?
Yeah. How do I put wood together? Stoops. Continue. I didn't want to make a joke. So, that's why I looked away.
So what we ended up building was it's like a music box. It kind of looks like an old phonograph, but its primary purpose is to explore polyrhythms, which would be like 3/2 or thing like different I don't feel like I had to explain it live for like 3 nights in a row because I actually had to like do like a performance.
Yeah.
Where I kind of did like a Mr. Rogers homage kind of thing.
Did you wear the jacket?
Yeah, I changed jackets and I changed shoes.
Okay, that's smart. That's really smart.
But then like didn't really lean on it. I didn't call anyone neighbor or anything like that. You know,
I call a lot of people partner in Texas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. They're like, please stop. You're clearly not from here. It's fine.
So yeah, anyhow, Google polyrhythms. They're really super interesting.
Okay.
And then, yeah, there's more life to this project afterwards. The theater company, which is, they used to be called Theater Ninjas. They actually just changed their name to Maelstrom Collaborative Arts. I kept on wanting to call it collective, but
yeah.
So Maelstrom's actually going to be using the piece in another thing coming up. And then we're in the process of figuring out how to write grants and to try and make this like a bigger art installation project. Cool. And then her and I also have some like other project stuff planned. And I mean, like, she's like super cool, like super fun to work with. Mm-hmm. We both really love Kanye. So like you would have been happy. But the majority of this process when we were building it, we were either listening to Kanye or MF Doom. That was like the two.
I'd have been okay with that. What MF Doom though?
We just put on the Spotify list, and so like there was
all over the place.
Yeah, I mean there was like Mad Villainy, and some of the stuff from like the Special Herbs, which there's like how many of those?
There's like I think 12.
12? Okay,
12
yeah, and then they
13.
keep on getting reissued. So
yep,
yeah, and then Operation Doomsday, some of the stuff from there.
Some classic stuff too.
Yeah, and there was also like the first track on the Spotify thing for like most plays featuring MF Doom is a Wu-Tang track.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know this song at all.
I've only heard it a handful of times.
I like Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, but I've seen them live. They were awesome.
But I definitely don't listen to them enough to be like a certified. Certified. I always kind of feel like when I talk with other people who are.
Oh, no, keep going. Sorry.
When I talk with other people who are like really into hip hop and stuff, and they always bring up Wu-Tang, I always kind of feel like I'm faking it a little bit. Yeah. Like, I like Wu-Tang, but I didn't grow up with it. So for me, anything is going to be like going back and listening to it. Yeah. And so I'm just kind of like, I was honestly a little bit that way with MF Doom. I did eventually catch up with him. Yeah. And I mean, the Special Herbs albums they're a little bit of a chore to get through sometimes, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, his beats are...
I just don't like beat records in general.
I'm not a big fan of those.
I recently listened to one of the Jay Dilla posthumous released beat records. They're kind of just electronic tracks with no melody. Yeah. And that's kind of like, I guess I don't really get why we listen to beat records.
I don't know. I'm not a big instrumental person. Even with big as I know.
Thanks. I'm glad that you really enjoy my music.
You know I do. I didn't mean it like that. I just feel like with Doom's, how he makes stuff is very much like you need a rapper, you need someone on the track to make it a complete piece. He never makes a beat that I'm like, all right, that's all you need.
Right. Yeah.
But that's how he does things.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, I've heard some of these beats or whatever with raps over them and stuff, and it's great. Like, MF Doom beats work really well if there's someone rapping over them. Yeah. Absolutely. But like, yeah, just as instrumental pieces, like even with Dilla, it's really hard. I mean, there's Donuts, which was not intended to be like a beat record, and that was more of a, I guess, instrumental album. Mm-hmm. So he took into account things like, vocal samples and melody and things like that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, just never really. I mean, I own a couple Dilla beat records too, but like, it's just not my thing.
I get you. Yeah. I understand.
So let's go to the next segment.
Okay.
We're moving right along here.
Okay.
What you been listening to?
Awesome. I have been listening to Run the Jewels 2.
Yeah. Is that the one that they did the Meow the Jewels version of too?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I like Run the Jewels 2 better than Meow the Jewels because I can't handle cat purrs all the time in music. I thought it was a funny concept.
Yeah.
I know that was all for charity as well, which is cool. I like Run the Jewels 2. Probably my favorite Run the Jewels record. They
have 3, right?
They have 3,
Okay.
yes, and then they do obviously features and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
the DJ
There was-
Shadow one.
that
and-
DJ Shadow one. That's my favorite.
Have
track
you
that they
seen the
ever
music
did.
video for it?
So fucking good.
It is
yes.
amazing.
It makes me want to just like punch politicians. I
It
guess
really
I don't
do-
like
yeah.
it. Really,
It makes you want to like storm a building.
I'm gonna get angry and vote with my dollars.
That's right. So yeah, no, I really like Run the Jewels. They're a rap collaboration of LP and Killer Mike.
Yep.
Both different. They both had their own careers before doing this together.
Killer Mike, you may know from the Baby Driver movie.
Yes.
He was in it.
He was.
He was in it with Big Boy.
Oh yeah, he was.
They were at that restaurant talking to Kevin Spacey for like a second.
Oh, okay. I only saw it once, so I need to rewatch that movie.
I've watched that movie a bunch of times.
I know you have.
We've talked that that's definitely another one of our reoccurring segments is
Is
talking
how
about
many
Baby
times
Driver.
Baby
Hold on
Driver.
a second. Sub-segment. Baby talking. I really enjoy that movie a whole bunch and watch it far too much. And one of our friends on Facebook keeps on posting like what he thinks is gonna win for like the Oscars.
It's not gonna be Baby Driver.
Well, no, well, it's not up for Best Picture, but for sound editing,
Yeah.
he keeps on putting in Dunkirk because that was like his favorite movie, and I'm like, you can't just Baby Driver.
do you want to call this person out right now?
Nah, I'm not gonna because he might listen to this.
Okay.
But like, he's a mutual friend of both of ours.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards. But like, he keeps on writing Dunkirk in for sound editing. No way, Baby Driver. All right. Anyhow, back to
music. So yeah, definitely listen to Run the Jewels too. I think all the Run the Jewels albums are super solid. They even came out with one on Christmas like last year.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was great. It was a great Christmas gift. It was free too.
Wait, 3 was it 3?
Yeah,
Or-
RT Run the Jewels 3 was free and it was released on Christmas.
Oh,
which
is
was
it
great.
still free?
Yeah.
Huh.
It should be free.
I haven't listened to it yet.
It was good. They're one of the best live concerts I've seen in a while. They played a shorter
Oh, that's
set.
right. They did it with Gaslamp Killer, right?
They did it with
And,
Gaslamp
yeah.
Killer, which was super cool. So I really like Run the Jewels too. I highly recommend it.
Is that the one with the Zach De La Roche sample thing or whatever? Where It's
Yeah.
like, run them jewels fast.
Run the jewels fast. Run the jewels fast. That one.
That's so good. That's such a good use of like vocals in a track.
LP is just so good at that.
Is it, so LP is the one that's doing all the beats?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he does rapping portions of it as
Yeah,
well. So my favorite song off the album is definitely Blockbuster Night 1. Something about that song just gets me like hyped. Like if I need to,
Just gets you hard, just
like
rock
it just
hard.
gets me rock hard and
Just
start knocking over stuff because I can't
Run
can't
into
contain
the
it.
court, fully erect, screaming, "Yes,
Run
I'm
into the
guilty,
court."
motherfuckers! I am death." Wasn't that the line?
I'm guilty, motherfuckers. I am death.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my other thing I'm listening to, not music, but I've been listening to a lot of Mitch Hedberg lately. Specifically, his album that came out after he was dead called
that
"Do You Believe in Gosh?"
Oh, okay.
So because his birthday was on the 24th.
Oh, yeah.
So I started listening to all Mitch Hedberg again.
Yeah.
One of my favorite comedians of all time.
Oh, he was
still
great.
to this day.
I saw him the last time he came to Cleveland.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, be jealous.
So
But be slightly less jealous when you know that I had to sit through a Stephen Lynch set.
I've seen Stephen Lynch.
Yeah.
I've seen Stephen
What,
Lynch.
at a barbecue rib cook-off or
No,
whatever?
I saw him at the Lakewood.
Civic Auditorium?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I saw him as well. He
Yeah.
was opening for Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, he was the closer when I saw him.
Oh, who was
I liked
opening?
him. Oh, I don't remember. I was like 12 or
Oh.
13 at the time.
Okay.
So, it was good. I mean, I like Stephen Lynch. I think it's funny. I don't listen to him anymore.
Yeah.
But Mitch Hedberg.
Wait.
What?
You might have been at that Mitch Hedberg show, dude.
No, we would have known if it was Mitch Hedberg.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, like, so you were 12, and I'm 6 years older than you, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So you probably would have been 12, maybe 13, because I was definitely 19 when Stephen Lynch played at the Lakewood Civic Auditorium. He was opening for Mitch Hedberg, and that was when I was 19. Unless
Okay.
Stephen Lynch did like
he did.
Lakewood
He must have
Civic
did another
2 years
one
in a row.
because that was probably one of my biggest things that I missed out is the fact that I will never get to see Mitch Hedberg. So I feel like I wouldn't know if I saw him. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Actually, recently I found out I had in fact seen the Black Keys before they got famous.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I didn't. I mean, here's the thing. I don't remember them at all, but I was at that show. There was because I was talking with friend James Carroll. And we were talking about like past shows at the Grog Shop, and they have a picture at the Grog Shop of the lead singer of the Brian Jonestown Massacre.
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, I saw them here like 10 years ago or something like that. And he was like, oh yeah, I was at that show as well. I'm like, the one where they were giving out free tickets to the Flaming Lips the week after. And he was like, yeah, that one. He was like, and I was like, oh yeah. So we both went to this, like this was probably maybe 7 years before we even met each other. We went to the same two shows. So I was like, yeah, that was a really great show. Like, who opened for that? Because I didn't even remember. And he was like, it was some. He's like, I don't remember the touring support, but then the Black Keys opened on that show as well. God. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, apparently I mean, I wasn't really that interested in the Black Keys back when they were just playing in Cleveland. I mean, I like them now, but
yeah, they're fine.
I don't know. You know, it's just it wasn't my thing at that time.
Yeah.
And so I was always kind of like, that's going to be like one of those things where I'm like, never saw them before they were popular or whatever. But well, apparently I have and don't remember it.
There you go.
I do remember seeing MGMT before they were popular.
Oh, that's cool.
And they sucked so bad.
Really?
They were opening for Of Montreal. Okay. And they were just...
I'm not surprised that they opened for Of Montreal.
They were miserable. They were absolutely awful.
Okay.
But I think that was their thing, was that they were supposed to be bad.
Oh, that's awful.
I guess
that's not something that I dig.
Yeah, they started off doing like karaoke or something like that, but like they would play their own songs on top of karaoke tracks.
Okay.
And so they would just go to like karaoke bars and then sing their one song or whatever, and it became weirdly popular or something. I don't even know, dude.
Okay.
But
that's fine.
So
yeah, definitely listen to Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Anything you got. I mean, his album that no one didn't do as well, obviously, because it was after he's dead, was called Do You Believe in Gosh? And then you got Mitch Altogether and Strategic Grill Locations.
Yes.
That's the first one.
Those are all incredible. Is that the one with the jazz bassist?
Yeah, the whole time. That one's so good.
Better not fuck up.
He's like my support. I love Mitch Hedberg. He's
he was fantastic,
he's still one of my favorite comedians to this day. Like, he's just always kills it, and I'm sad that I never got to see him. That was definitely on my list of comedians to see. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it was sudden. And I mean, I gotta say, his 45-minute set took an hour and a half, and he was so fucked up.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it was not like the albums.
No.
Me and my date were kind of like squirming in our seats a little bit, like this is kind of just a little uncomfortable.
This is not working out. Yeah.
And then like he died from a drug overdose, and we were kind of like,
that makes sense.
Sounds on brand.
Yeah, sounds on brand. Yeah. So what have you been listening to? MF Doom and Kanye. It sounds like.
Yeah, but those aren't the two that I'm gonna.
Okay.
So I've had a lot of time in the car this week for work. I'm a service tech, so
hell yeah, you are.
And I had to go to Akron a couple times. So,
okay.
So got a chance to listen to some records all the way through and stuff.
Okay.
So the first one was Giorgio Moroder's album From Here to Eternity.
Of course, one of my favorites.
Yeah, okay, well, here's the thing is that you probably know his work as a producer, but probably don't know who he is. Giorgio Moroder was the guy who basically brought, like, Donna Summer into, like, the next level.
Okay.
Like, any of her more, like, electronic-sounding dance songs, like, I Feel Love, I think is the name of the song.
Okay.
Or Love, what is that one, like, Love to Love You, Baby, ooh,
Isn't it just called Love?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to look it up.
That's fine.
Anyhow, he produced a lot of her stuff.
Okay.
He was an Italian who lived in Germany, and then I think he went back to, like, Italy after, like, disco died. But yeah, so
he's never dead.
I mean, it died definitely at a certain point. So he did all of these really great electronic kind of dance records.
Okay.
In like From Here to Eternity, I think came out in like 81.
Okay.
And you get why, like, listening to his records, you understand why groups like Daft Punk exist. Like, they exist because of him.
Interesting.
In fact, on the, what was that Daft Punk record? Random Access Memories, there's a track called Giorgio by Moroder, and it's an interview with Giorgio Moroder.
Oh, okay.
And, just like a really, like, an influenced by kind of track that they wrote. I don't know. It's just, it's, if you like vocoded vocals and dance tracks and stuff, you know,
I like the dancing.
You gave me a weird look when I said vocoded vocals.
Like the whole time?
A lot of the time.
Oof.
But like, in as much as like Daft Punk does it.
They don't do it very often.
Exactly.
Okay, well that's fine then. Yeah.
I mean, maybe he does it maybe a little bit more than Daft Punk, but
I can handle that, I think. Okay.
Yeah, it's not obnoxious, and there is some non-vocoded vocals as well. It's just a really good, like, upbeat dance record from the early 80s. And then the other thing that I've been listening to just complete the perfect trifecta of things I always end up talking about on this show, I listened to a Mort Garson record.
Oh my
God.
Can we do
Mort Garson.
Can we do another subsection of Yep.
Mort Garson. Yeah.
That's the segment. Mort Garson. Yeah.
Yeah, so I listened to his album Plantasia. Actually, I listened to it a couple times.
Wow.
So he's got maybe like 5 or 6 full-length records. Then he had like a bunch of albums for like the Zodiac and a bunch of like crazy shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. But his full-length records that are not Zodiac based are really great, and Plantasia is definitely the most beautiful of all of them, because like a lot of the, like, there's at least like 2 of them that are based around like Satanism and the occult, and then there's one that's
always my favorite.
One that's like a weird drugged out version of the Wizard of Oz called the Wazard of Iz.
Gotcha.
And then there's a sex one. That's just
you said that so aggressively. And there's a sex one.
Yeah, there's a real hot sex one.
Hot sex record.
It's just weird synthesizers and then the sounds of women. I think mostly women. There might be some men on there having orgasms.
Hell yeah.
I really feel like the sound of people having orgasms changed from like 1970 to now.
Okay.
Or at least in terms of porn.
Okay.
Like, because you listen to this record and it kind of sounds like porn from that same time as well, where it's just like, I don't know, it's really like breathy and kind of like I'm trying to control it a little bit.
Yeah.
And now it's just like
loud.
It's yelping. It's just like
yelping.
It is. I mean, that's essentially like, I mean, it's just like they didn't do that in the 70s. At some point in our culture, we were like, we need to yelp louder.
So I didn't want to say anything during that segment because I want to sample you yelping. I want to put that, like, you know how when you do your introduction, when you do shows and you do like,
my P Stoops thing. Yeah.
So like, there's a bunch of P Stoop stuff, and then at the end of it, just yelp.
God, that sounds like the Rent-A-Friend.
Oh God! Okay, here we go again. New segment.
What?
New segment.
I have not talked about Found Footage Festival on this show.
You've talked about Rent-A-Friend to me off air.
Oh. Yeah, because
times.
Rent-A-Friend's amazing, and I'm trying to find an actor so I can produce a one-man show of it.
I know. I get you.
All right. Anyhow, look, YouTube Rent-A-Friend. It's a video from like 88.
Rent-A-Friend, YouTube 88. Portlandia, Pet Sound Skit.
You know what? We'll just do a post of all this stuff when this episode comes out, and we'll just do a post of here's all the things that we talked about.
Can we do like a post of your bricolage thing, like in action?
Yeah, I'm actually working on I'm gonna be doing a video and stuff for
perfect.
that.
Okay.
Which I was gonna ask you about.
Okay.
Don't think I asked you about it yet, though.
That's fine. Go for it. I'm in.
All right, cool. There we go.
Can I use my drone?
And listener, that's how business deals are done.
Because if it didn't work out, you wouldn't hear this segment. So that's how I get all of my deals in
fucking
audio.
Nonsense. What the fuck are we doing?
What is happening?
Nonsense.
This is. I hope that this is okay.
Can we just call this episode fucking nonsense? Like, what the hell? All right, sorry.
Where did we go?
I'm having an existential moment.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? God, night joke.
So that's the so Mort Garson. I'm not going to talk more about him, but that's that. So all right, now we get into the stuff.
Ooh, almost wrecked that.
Ooh, almost tanked it.
Almost tanked it.
All right. So now we write a rap.
Okay, and what's that like?
I don't know. It's like some words sound like other words, and then you just kind of put them all together.
Okay.
Cool.
I like it. That's
So
a cool concept.
We should be able to do this in an hour, right?
I think so.
All right, cool.
Okay, so let's for those who are just joining us, we have to write a rap in an hour.
Why do every podcast ghost? What? No.
Podcast ghost, we're dying again.
I meant to say host, but I added a G. Anyhow, I've heard that on so many podcasts. If you're just joining us, who the fuck is just joining you? No, you've been listening to this since the beginning of the... You're doing dishes. You're doing something where your hands are busy and your eyes are busy, so you're just kind of listening to something.
I meant it more as someone who, like, maybe this is their first episode, which would be bonkers.
Why are you... This is the second half of an episode.
Don't ask questions.
We essentially released 3-hour episodes in 2 parts each.
Look, I don't know what to tell you, okay? This is what we agreed to do.
If this is your first episode, why? Just give up. Stop listening to us.
No. No, don't even tell them to leave.
Go away.
The opposite. No, that's not how this works. That's not how success happens. Don't tell them to go away.
It's an exclusive club for people who know to start at the episode labeled introduction.
Okay. Oh my god. We just lost.
We just lost one listener.
This is so weird. I just got an email update and it just said we lost all of our listeners. So I don't know what happened.
Well, given that this episode hasn't been released yet, some sex tape of ours must have been released, and people are like, "No,
of course
thank
it
you."
did. Yeah, nope. It's bad news.
It's not that it was gross or that it was offensive. It just
wasn't lit well.
It was a lot. It was a lot of content people didn't want.
Yeah, and it was a lot of mouth breathing. It was like we put the mics a little too close.
Have you watched that Tanya Harding sex tape?
No, there's a Tanya Harding sex tape?
Yeah, which I only learned about because I watched I, Tonya.
Did you like I, Tonya?
I loved it.
Really liked I, Tonya.
Yeah, it was really good, and it really made me like have a big crisis of what the fuck is the truth about everything.
Right?
It's an amazing movie, but they mentioned that there was a sex tape, so I was like, I'm a perv. I'll go look that up.
Yeah. That's the new title of the episode.
I'm a perv. I'll look that up.
Okay.
It's not that good. It's like, you don't see much.
I mean, every celebrity sex tape is not good.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, in some of them you can, like, see stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Are they just under blankets? It's like a Mormon thing?
No, it's just sort of like bad camera placement. Cinematography does not go to Tanya Harding's sex tape.
They really needed just, like, a handy cam or, like, a GoPro. Like, oh my god. Just like the way they just put that. They didn't even do the rule of thirds. Like,
I'm just gonna edit my mic out of this episode.
Your whole entire no. This whole I have a new release schedule that every other week we just release you talking because.
And then we'll release one where it's just me, and then one where it's just you, and then we'll make it a Flaming Lips Zyrika thing, and then you have to put the podcast together.
See, everything's full circle. But also, I want to have an episode of just you talking. So the courts can have something for I have an alibi.
Sir, on March 3rd, did you say, quote, I'm a perv? I will look that up.
Case dismissed. Jury's done. The jury's out.
We'll have to actually figure out what the trick is called after we write it. But but definitely that's the episode title.
We're just doing so good with titles. You put a cuss in the last one, so...
piss is not a cuss.
That's a cuss.
Piss is almost the word cuss.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't...
But it's not, so it's not a cuss.
It's still a cuss.
No, it's not.
I know bass isn't a cuss, but ass is a cuss.
Exactly.
And that's super close.
And I know fuck machine's not a cuss, but fuck is.
Are we just going through all of our favorite cusses right now?
I think so.
What's your favorite cuss?
Oh, God. Can I just say that being jokingly being chauvinistic is my favorite because it's so dumb.
Okay.
Like of just like saying like men are better than women is so hilarious to me because it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That like I just an occasional just saying like women be shopping is so fucking funny to me.
This is going to be the clip that gets cut for the newspapers.
Oh, this is the clip that's going to get cut from the podcast.
That's fine. That's okay.
All right, so we're actually gonna write a rap.
Write a rap now.
Based on so do you want to take a guess? I've done some. I did a little bit of preparation.
Preparedness. Not with words, but that's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Off the cuff. Do you want to guess who's on the cover of People magazine this week for March 12th, 2018?
Man, is it the Parkland kids?
Oh God, no, it's not a murder. Actually, this whole so we've had a month's worth of People magazines happen since our last one. Not a single murder story.
Okay, so this one.
So here, I'll go because I did look up. This person also has a Twitter account.
Oh, thank God.
But the ones that we missed were Olympic gymnast Allie Reisman.
Okay.
Sarah Jessica Parker, which I'm kind of sad that we don't get to do that one.
I would have liked that one.
A good Sex and the City rap. That would have been
Sex and the City rap that I've never. It would have been a great rap because I've never seen Sex and the City.
I've watched a couple episodes.
Okay.
I just didn't think it was like I'm not like an anti-women show thing or whatever.
It's not your bag.
Because that new Queer Eye show is...
I know you said you like it a bunch. You and Jess been talking about it. Can I do a Sex and the City story real quick? Thank you. So I used to work at a movie theater, and we would have new movies come out to the theaters every Friday. Actually, I don't know if you guys know that, but there's a new movie every Friday.
I believe that they come out on Thursdays, according to my Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I'm gonna ruin this. I hate you. So we had the second Sex and the City movie come out, and our doors open at 11.
A.M.?
A.M.
Okay.
So this is a Friday morning at 11 a.m. There was this woman standing outside, outside. She was not by her car, just in front of the building, like kind of pulling on the doors at 10:30 in the morning. And she is sipping martinis, and she is already drunk.
Well, hold on. How is she? She's in public sipping martinis? Mm-hmm. Is this like one of those movie theaters where the outside entrance is actually outdoors? Or is it in a mall?
No, this is outside.
Okay, so she is outside in public.
She's in a plaza at 10:30 in the morning sipping martinis where I don't know where she got one from.
Does she have a martini glass?
Yes. So if that's all brought from home.
You can end this story now, and it's one of the best I've heard.
And then we unlocked the door because she knocked, and I opened the door. I said, "Listen, we can't let you in until 11."
And you're too drunk for us
didn't
to
mention
let
the
you.
drink. I didn't care about the drink. Whatever. You do you. It's a Friday. It's fine. So we opened the door, and she at probably 10:50, she poured another drink or whatever. So wherever she's getting these drinks from, I unlock the door, open the door for her. She slams the martini at 11 and then tosses the martini glass in the trash can, walks in, buys ticket for Sex and the City, goes see that movie. She's the best. I did not get her name, but that was wonderful.
That was her Harry Potter.
That was her Harry Potter. She was so excited. That's fine.
She just couldn't wait to see a movie about casual racism towards Middle Easterners.
That's fine. I cannot comment on that. I've never seen the show. So.
I've not seen the second one, but from everything and everyone I've heard talk about it, is said basically they go to Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
And
there's a bunch of jokes about that.
Yeah, they do at one point refer to it as Lawrence of my labia.
That's just clever writing.
That's not. Oh yeah. I sort of feel like that might be just sort of like, well, we wrote all these racist jokes that are also somehow sexist. So what do you guys think? Like Abu Dhabi movie? Sure.
How do we goof this up more? We need a travel movie.
Is that an Abu Dhabi do or Abu Dhabi don't?
All right, that one. Okay, so who else is on People magazine? Jesus.
Jennifer Aniston. Oh. She must have found out that I was binge watching Friends again.
Oh God. Okay.
And then we're left with the
You sound so low. I'm so sad.
I don't know. I feel like this might.
This
might be the episode that gets us either really hated or.
Oh no! Do it.
I was about to.
It's
Oprah.
What? It's Oprah.
Oprah.
It's Oprah. The Oprah?
The Oprah.
Oprah?
Oprah.
Oh man,
So actually,
this might be worse than.
yeah, than a murder story.
Yeah.
I actually found this out last night. I was at Walmart at like 12:30 at night because my route or my modem died.
Oh,
And I
rip.
wanted to make sure that I had internet for today, so I had to
that's
go
cool.
to Walmart at like 12:30 on a Friday night, which is exactly how you think it would be.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Just wow.
All the ghouls come
Wow.
out. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's my Christopher Walken.
Oh wow.
It made me go full Walken for that. Yeah.
Stop. That's not a thing.
it
That's
is.
not a thing.
Oh wow, it's a thing.
No. I want to vomit so bad.
I want to be able to perfect a Christopher Walken impression so bad that this will be my life's goal. And at one point, there's going to be a point where like Christopher Walken is dead, and my kids are like, "Why?" Well, here, let's be honest. If I'm working on a Christopher Walken impression, I'm probably sterile.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, then these kids at the park that I'm going to be showing this to.
These kids at the park.
They're going to be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, wow, you don't know what I'm doing." And then they'll
It
be
sounds
like,
mostly Italian. It sounds like you're doing like
I'm not
a
there yet.
caricature.
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
This is my
New segment,
baby impression.
New segment. Stoops learns the Christopher Walken impression. We're gonna go on this journey with P. Stoops.
So we have to do this right now, or just this? Maybe we'll just do bi-weekly updates on how my
Yeah,
Christopher
just
Walken
do it
impression.
again. So do this is like our clean slate. So
Okay.
this is their starting point. Our tabula rasa of your Christopher Walken impression. Go.
Well, give me something to say.
Okay.
It has to start with wow.
Okay, so
That's
wow.
that's my-
My favorite podcast is ASAP Raps.
All right. Wow. My favorite podcast is ASAP Raps.
Not bad. Not bad. A little bit of William Shatner in there with the pauses. But
Yeah, I'm trying to get like how I don't understand how his speech patterns break down just yet, but that's where I'm at right now.
we'll check in. We'll check in 2 weeks and see.
okay,
and see
let's
what's
see how it
improved.
goes.
I'm so excited. We have a Christopher Walken one, and we have how many bands are there?
How many bands?
That's probably my new favorite segment. How many bands are there? Okay.
And then also Mort Garson, where I just play the theme and then shout Mort Garson.
Yeah, that's true. Mort Garson, yeah, and then Baby Driver.
Oh, Baby,
We have
yeah.
so many segments.
Baby Talking. I
Baby
believe
Talking.
is what it...
We have so many segments for like a goddamn morning zoo show. Jesus. Okay.
we got to get a Google voice number so people can call and leave us messages.
That's fine. I can do that this week.
Dope. Can it be like 1-800-ASAP Raps?
I hope.
Something like that.
That might be... Okay, yeah, I'll look into it.
Well, maybe we'll just use like... Oh, okay, so it's 8 digits. So that means that we have to use one from an area code. If we could get an area code that... Is there an area code of 692? Because in that way we could be 69 ASAP Raps.
I hope... God, I really hope that your whole family listens to this.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm just horny today.
You are horny for some raps, and that's a lie. You're just horny for things that get you horny.
Yeah, well, man.
That's fine.
Whatever floats your boat, fucking anything floats my boat.
No, clearly.
Technically, the ground floats a boat because it's not sinking into it. There we go.
Okay.
The only thing makes me horny? Quicksand. Can't float in that shit.
Maybe that's something you're into, is the binding aspect.
Kind of thinking about fucking some quicksand right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll get you.
I'm into it.
I'll get you a book.
Can you make? Is it possible to do? You know, how there's like science fair volcanoes. Mm-hmm. Can you do science fair quicksand?
I wouldn't see why not.
I want to make just a.
Just think of how like a fountain works. Just like it reuses.
Yeah, I just want like a 6 cubic inch little quicksand pit.
Okay.
So I can just
I'll work on that.
trap bugs.
Okay. That's exactly what you're using it for. After you just said, I want to fuck quicksand.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm going to use it to trap bugs. Sure. I'm going to use it to trap bugs. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I think I did. All right. Anyhow, we're going on. Oprah. Hi. Hey, Oprah.
Hey,
What's
Oprah.
up?
We've gone from Stoops fucking quicksand to straight up.
I really feel like we should start releasing weekly, and I'll just cut these episodes in half. There's the episodes where we just talk bullshit for however
That's fine.
long.
I'd be fine with that.
Okay, so So Oprah at Oprah.
Okay.
I haven't actually gone through her tweets because I didn't want to.
You don't want to
spoil that magic.
Okay.
So we're doing non-promotional.
She's been doing a lot of the. She's like the spokeswoman for the new Weight Watchers program. So
Hashtag Fix My Life. Season premiere. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's promotional though.
Yeah, it's promotional. Promotional.
Oh my god.
Well, she does this stuff that doesn't seem inherently promotional.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this time Trevor is the one asking the big questions. Catch my hashtag Super Soul conversations with Trevor Noah, Jordan Peele, and Salma Hayek on the Watch OWN app. So it's like, it seems like initially like it's not going to be super promotional, but then it's like
Guess
super
what
promotional.
It totally is. There's got to be one in there.
Something for Queen Sugar winning television show of the year drama. What about a promotional thing for a charity? I kind of don't want to go near that.
No, I'd rather not. No, thank you.
More of her Super Soul conversations.
I guess.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here's one that's not promotion. Well, I don't know. I don't think she was in this movie.
Okay.
So here's the tweet from February 17th. That's
Okay.
how far back we're going. Just saw it with Stedman. It's phenomenal. Layers and layers of it. Wakanda forever. Hashtag Black Panther.
Oh God. Okay.
Was that a pretty good Oprah impression?
Yeah, it was. I don't think she was in Black Panther.
Okay, I don't think that she was. I haven't seen it because I'm not watching any more superhero movies. I don't care who's in them anymore.
Yeah.
I watched
hear it was
Wonder
good.
Woman last year
Yeah.
because Missy wanted to go see it. And then I saw Doctor
Wonder Woman
Strange, and that was
not
so like
super great.
it was fine.
It was fine for It was the best DC film I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
and
that's
I only
not
watched.
saying
I only
too much.
watched half of it. I didn't even finish it, and it was still the best DC film I've seen in a long time.
But then I watched I think Doctor Strange.
Okay.
And that's just a remarkably unremarkable movie.
With Benedict Cumberbatch.
And whoa, it's so trippy, dude. The walls are folding in on themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really not. I don't think that I mean, okay, I take that back. Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll still watch that because they have a good director behind them. A guy who actually
James
cares about
Gunn's
story.
solid.
Yeah. And a shit ton of funny people, legitimately funny people, instead of just oh, let's make Mark Ruffalo do a joke. Woo!
Yeah.
It's just fucking. I'm so they've created more superhero movies than I've cared to ever watch.
Yeah.
You know what I liked about the comics? They didn't involve real people. That's that. Why the fuck am I going to waste all this time watching real people pretend to be things that aren't?
Because it's fun.
I'm fucking over.
Can I make one suggestion though for a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Watch Thor Ragnarok.
But Thor is the most boring.
He is, but
next to the Hulk and Doctor Strange and Avengers 2.
Can I tell you my selling point?
Okay.
It's the guy who wrote What We Do in the Shadows.
I have never seen What We Do in the Shadows. I've never seen What We Do in Not in the Shadows.
Okay, well, I guess your homework assignment is to watch the movie What We Do in the Shadows. It has Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords.
Okay.
And he is a vampire.
All right.
It is a mockumentary about a vampire house.
It sounds a real horny.
Is it?
Is it? Is it more
Kind of.
Is it more like Who Do We Do in the Shadows?
Kind of, in a way, maybe. We'll have to see. I recommend it. It's super good. And if you like his style of writing, the same guy did Thor Ragnarok, and it was really good because he did the writing for it. So, see, it's you got a little homework.
Yeah, actually, I was kind of okay with seeing that one, and that's Missy's favorite superhero.
What, Thor?
Yeah.
He's a hunk.
Well, he's a hunk, and he also talks in that Shakespearean thing or whatever, and so that's kind of her world, with theater and stuff.
Because Shakespeare loves Marvel.
Oh, totally.
He's
man.
my favorite. He's Shakespeare's favorite Marvel comic is definitely Fantastic Four.
Well, I mean, there was also Hamlet Man.
Yeah, Hamlet Man. Horatio.
King Henry,
Lear?
Mr.
Is it Lear?
Well, there's King Lear and there's King Henry.
Okay.
I love Winter's Tale Man. There's not really any good way to
I took a Shakespeare class and I don't remember anything about Shakespeare very much.
I've seen a number of.
I don't really like Shakespeare, but that's fine.
I like some of them. They're not all good.
No,
like
they're
there's
not.
this weird like oh, it's not as good as Shakespeare. Dude, Shakespeare had a ton of misses. Winter's Tale blows.
Yeah,
it is. It's bad. Like even most
pretty
people who
simple
love
concepts.
Shakespeare,
Yeah,
hate that movie or
it's just
movie,
not good.
play, whatever it's called. Yeah, I mean,
full circle. Christopher Walken did a Shakespeare movie called Scotland, PA, and it's
I know of it. I haven't seen it.
It's got Andy Dick in it, and Christopher Walken's
So it's
in
Macbeth, I'm assuming.
It's Macbeth,
Okay.
yeah, and it's based around.
Oh wow, Macbeth.
Macbeth. It's just me doing Borat. So
Oh shit! What is to sleep, perchance to dream.
it's based off.
Okay, so this
a
will be
McDonald's.
my like Shakespeare thing, or my Christopher Walken thing is that I'll have to read a line from Shakespeare.
Oh God, you're just gonna make people cry. Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's based off of like a fast food restaurant that's getting like a drive-through. It's like a McDonald's kind of thing. It's based in like the 80s. I liked it. I thought it was good. I did.
Have you seen Macbeth?
Yeah.
I'm having a really hard time figuring out how they like shoehorned that story into.
I don't know. I did it. I had a Shakespeare class in college, and my final paper was on the movie because I hated my teacher so much. That's what I passed it.
Dude, that's cool. I one time had to take a what was it? It was like my English paper, like my final like big 10-page whatever research paper for my English class in college. That had to be about, I feel like some aspect of literature. So I talked about the hero's journey, like Joseph Campbell's hero's journey.
Classic.
And pretty much just talked about Die Hard for 10 pages.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it was, and I got an A.
Hey, as long as I got an A, who cares?
Yeah, my professor was actually also like a playwright. Who
I thought you were gonna say he's also
he was
Die
also
Hard.
he was also Die Hard.
He's also just Die Hard.
Hi, I'm
Turns
Jim.
out he was just a DVD of Die Hard.
I'm Jim Die Hard. He looks like the Nakatomi Tower.
Hell yeah. Oh God.
So we're writing a rap about Black Panther, I guess.
Yeah, or no, her going to
Stedman.
see. We don't know yet. We don't know how this
It's
is gonna
phenomenal. Layers and layers of it. Wakanda forever.
Go. Okay.
Have you seen Black Panther?
No. I want to. I just never got around to it.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing movies in theaters very often. So
I think people need to stop applauding Marvel for having like a black superhero. Mm-hmm. Because it's been how many decades of superhero movies, and they're just now getting around to doing this.
Yeah.
And also, let's be honest, if Black Panther tanked in the box office, it's not like they lost a major property.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, they're using all of these like comics from the Ultimate Universe. Mm-hmm. Ultimate Spider-Man is not Peter Parker. He's Miles Morales, and he's... Oh, sorry, my stereo equipment did something weird.
Oh, okay.
But he's Miles Morales. He's half Hispanic, half black.
Gotcha.
And so they make Black Panther... Like, I get that like the story has African origins and stuff, but like, yeah, you know what? Marvel knew this would sell and also wasn't really taking a loss at it. Like, it was just sort of like... y'all need to stop like applauding these major corporations for acting like they care about you. Mm-hmm. You know,
it's a business. That's
my soapbox.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a really bummer of an episode.
Do you want me to just talk about how horny I am again, or
yeah? Okay, so you have 30 seconds to talk about how horny you are, and then we're gonna end the episode. This episode.
All right, so things I'm horny about: wood, fuck, quicksand.
Okay.
That's all my brain can think about right now.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of a good joke today.
Okay. Say the joke.
Wait, no, I gotta figure out how to phrase it.
Okay.
Oh, why do they call it 69ing?
Go for it.
Because 6 saw 7, 8, 9, and then wanted to try it as well.
Folks, this is ASAP Rats with P. Stoops and Mayor Wirtz. I hope you have a lovely day.
It's a solid joke, right?
I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope that this episode did not deter you from the rest of the episodes that we had did. I am on behalf as the ASAP Rats PR department, Mayor Wirtz. I feel like this episode will be caught on fire at some point and will be used in a court hearing, and I don't know what for.
All right,
folks,
so until next week, I'm P. Stoops.
and I am Mayor Wirtz.
Get gash.
Showbone.